About 4 months ago, we started the process of turning what was once our porch into a bedroom and bathroom, and today we're gonna have a bedroom. We finished framing and insulation, we've done drywall, and last week we finished the ceiling, so that means this week we are finishing the floors. Oh, this is thin. Oh, okay. Ah, tree. This is so thin it could crack. Our first step is we have to lay plywood. Although we built the framing on this porch perfectly level, the actual cabin was slanted. So you can see where the new structure meets the old structure. There's about a 1/4 inch lip. This room is uneven, but the bathroom is perfectly level for the most part. Otherwise, the flooring would be on an angle. We need those pupils.
Like Madison said, the cabin has a bit of a tilt to it, so we made sure the tile in the bathroom was the right height because we can't make that any lower. And then it's always easier to build a room up than it is to bring it down. So we're going to be putting 1/4 inch plywood everywhere to get rid of this gap here. You can see that's a lot closer to where we want to be. So that's the plan, but the first thing we got to do is we have to put this 1/4 inch plywood everywhere in the whole room. We'll glue it down and screw it down. If this goes well, it's 9:30. I think we can have all this plywood done by lunch. That's the goal.
Then we start on the real fun.
It's a nice floor already.
It's better than it was.
Better than it was.
It's actually the exact same, just not dusty.
Yeah.
Don't. Stay.
Don't scream.
Wow, look how flush that is.
So we're close. I'm just gonna bring it up another like 1/16 of an inch just to get it right up like that.
We're using this product called Floor Patch to level it out. Once we mix it, we have 10 minutes to spread it. 2-to-1 ratio of water.
3-to-1. Just have my bucket of warm water here.
Because it's almost 0 degrees outside right now. Just like baking a cake. I've never baked a cake. So you've used this stuff before?
Yeah.
So you're building up the other side of the floor, basically.
I'm trying to make it like a nice smooth ramp. So I have like a low spot right in here. So I'm trying to fill that in and then feather it out.
And we do have a fireplace about 1 foot away. So
yeah,
it's dry
in about 12 seconds.
It's drying twice as quick. So you've got 4 minutes left. No pressure. Oh, that looks good. We're debating on whether to do this floor patch or the plywood, and we ultimately went with both. And I think that was 100% the right decision.
It's just the right way to do it.
It was maybe like $100 more, but. So we've run into a situation. We've got the saw set up to cut the flooring, and all of the floorboards get pinned in, so we need a compressor. We didn't have a big enough one, so we ordered it and it's getting delivered today. It just came, we went to set it up. And the plug is broken. We tried to plug it in and it won't work. I guess we're gonna have to return this, but luckily Parker borrowed one. So this was our big one that we just ordered. And this is an industrial sized one. Just grateful we have it. We went with a European white oak to match the floor of the cabin as best as we could. This one is called Banff. That's one of the reasons we chose it. And it's engineered hardwood. So it does have a real layer of wood on the top, but it's stacked on top of veneer. So it's cheaper than real hardwood, but it's a leap above, vinyl flooring. It's gonna be a combination of glue and nails.
Get a little extra glue by the front here.
You've drawn a line so that you know where to stop the glue?
Yeah.
That's smart.
So do you have nail polish remover?
I don't.
Okay. Because acetone will get this glue out if we get it on anything.
Looks so good. We're also renting this tool from the flooring place.
Please God. I've never done this before. Should I say that?
Oh my Nelly!
Yeah, we should have enough nails. I wanted more on this one because that's like my anchor.
Oh, you're confident now. No pencil line.
Yeah.
The nails didn't go all the way in, so just cut it right off.
The nails aren't sitting super flush.
We were having the hardest time getting this to join and realized that one of the grooves had cracked.
I'm getting a phone call. Can you talk to me?
Yeah. Not moving. Not moving. It's moving. It's closing. It's almost there. It's not quite there though. Kiro is freezing. He was shaking. So I piled him in blankets and I'm going to start the fire.
Yeah, doing flooring properly is not...
Not for the faint of heart. Chop saw station over there and just trying to strategically stagger all the seams. This turned out so good.
That's perfect.
That compressor is just going all the time in the background. We're going to grout where the two types of floors meet. So that's why Parker's put these spacers in. How's it going, buddy? Are you warm now? Yeah. It's free. Oh! Crab spider! He looks like a freaking crab.
Don't let him get in that crack.
A lot of glue here.
A lot of glue. See how it's like, it kicks out a bit here? So my grout line isn't consistent. Because if I kick it back to maintain this gap, then there's going to be like a dip.
Oh,
here.
yeah, they didn't.
It's not perfect there, it's not perfect there. You get what you get.
We could always put a cover over it.
Blasphemy.
Do you want me to just stand on this for a couple hours until it dries?
Just sleep there. Once that glue dries, it'll be good.
It's been a little bit more tricky than we thought. A few problems we're running into. The compressor, the hose adapter is not perfect, so it's just running all the time and it's losing air. It's also plugged into the same plug we have outside that the chop saw is on. So if we're using the chop saw at the same time as the air compressor kicks on, yeah, it's too much power for that outlet. Oh yeah. Feels so sturdy under my feet.
Yeah, this deck feels rock solid. So we have 3/4 plywood, then 1/4-inch plywood, glued together, staggered seams, and then we have 3/4-inch hardwood, glued, nailed. So we have like 1.5 inches of just wood.
It's so sturdy. Okay, I'm gonna nail this one.
Good job.
Woohoo! You gotta slide it. It's too long. Oh, fuck me. Just have to finish this and the accent wall. It's the end of the day now. It's 4 o'clock. You give love a bad name. I have yet to try the glue.
Yeah, try to keep that one away from you.
Straight to the heart, and you're okay.
You're to blame.
One thing we had to do was acclimatize this, so we made sure to bring everything in from the truck last night. I had about 12 hours sitting in, and then we brought it outside and got it cold again.
Really cold.
Sat it on the deck while we put the plywood on.
Yeah.
But then we brought it back in for a good 10 minutes before we started.
But these have been in there for
These ones are good. Yeah, no, just the ones that you see when you first enter the house. Those ones might shrink. The reason that you'd acclimatize the wood is because wood will shrink and expand and you want it to get to room temperature, so it's that size. If it was super cold, it would be small, and then once it like heats up in the room, it would expand. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Parks Woods. By the way, I see you guys commenting that Parker should start his own YouTube channel. He does have his own Instagram if you want to give him a follow. So we can't nail this board, so you still glue. If you don't put it right up against the wall, that gives it room to like expand.
Exactly. So this tape's got some good stretch to it. So get it on there and pull it tight. And it keeps that joint together until the glue dries. Yep.
So you put a little mark there, but there's some forgiveness because it's the end.
Yeah.
It's pitch black out there. The camera really lightens it up. I just put away most of the tools, but it's starting to rain. We are almost there.
One more piece.
Following a shadow down to the graveyard. Gonna say a prayer, gonna pay my dues. I've been running wild ever since I left Virginia, trying to find a face that might remind me.
It's the next day. It's been raining all morning, but we have a break in the clouds. We stopped at our local mill and got some beautiful fir. We're gonna use this to finalize the room for trim and baseboards and to finish the window. But first, you know the drill, I gotta stain it. This is the sponge from last week. Let's see if it'll work. Just using tung oil, the same product we used to stain the ceiling boards. You can really see the difference on the darkness that the tung oil gives. It's just a nice little glare. While I'm doing this, Parker is working on the accent wall. We're carrying the flooring up. I highly suggest looking if you have a local mill because this wood is so sustainably sourced and it was very affordable. I mean, look at that grain. I just think it's so beautiful. It just started raining, so we have to move all of this.
I can see the sunlight rising in the mountains, orange and red in the morning sky. I know that the world is ever steady changing. Lord, give me wings so I could fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away.
Can we just take in this wall? The flooring on the wall, I love it so much. Turned out way better than I thought it was going to. This is pre-finished birch, the same plywood we used to finish our DIY closet. We're making it into a headboard. And it's raining. I gotta clean up. We've got stuff everywhere. So I'm unpacking our lamps here that we ordered back in November because we had to know where our wall sconces were going. Just checking this one. It's gonna be like a fun green. Damaged during the shipping. So because we ordered these so long ago, we did check. We pulled out one and it was fine. We're like, okay, good. Now we cannot return them. This is what it looks like hung. So we could just order another one if we like it, but I don't know. The other one was supposed to go right here. I was going for that like law lamp brass and green look, but let me know, should I reorder or should I pick out a different one? We still need to finish framing the window and put the AC in, and we're gonna mill shelves for this little corner and add a little live edge tabletop here. But the trim on the door is up and all the trim for the baseboards is complete. Definitely adds a cabiny feel, and we are about ready to put the bed in. We've officially moved the bed over. I think somebody just found their new favorite spot. This is what it looks like from now. I can't believe I get to look out into the trees from that. This is unreal. Right now, TV is essential. We're gonna work on something for this wall. There's a few finishing touches we need to finish, but that is all for this week. We're going on a road trip. We're gonna take you guys to a cool place. I just bought another cabin in the woods. I'm just kidding. We love our home. We are not buying another one, but I do want to show you some inspiration that we're getting from this cabin in the woods, so come. I like the covered porch. That's a nice touch. So this is located in a little town called Nakusp in the Kootenays. It's right on a lake. So this is Arrow Lakes. It's got everything in the kitchen, propane stove. I'm really jealous of how big this wood burning stove is. Look at the size of this log. It could fit like 7 of these. Probably one of the things I'm most jealous about is the dining room table. You can actually sit and eat somewhere. We got bedroom number 1, bedroom number 2, bunk beds. I like how it has 2 separate seating areas. It's a really similar deck to what we have. So I like how you have like the fire pit area and then the outdoor couch. Bedroom number 3. I don't remember what the code is, do you? It's a completely separate room. We do not need it, but it's so cute in there with the wood paneling walls. I love the black and wood coloring. We got the firewood shed, and we are not the only ones that build around trees, okay? It's got a fire pit right on the deck, and this is easily something that we can incorporate. This view is crazy though. And I really like that it has just a partial covered porch, and it's got gutters so you won't have the rainfall crashing onto the deck. You can still enjoy the outdoor fire while you're covered. I think this might be a good solution for us. We've got one of these, but it doesn't work.
No, you just lift it up. On.
It's got a seat and everything. Okay, so we've got the cold plunge. Look at this view. A fire pit. So excited. So you can do cold plunge sauna and go back and forth. We're gonna get this going right now. We're gonna do the cold plunge. This is the exact setup I want at our cabin. Cold plunge and sauna. If you're ever in the area, I'll link this short-term rental in the description. These hosts are just so thoughtful. I would highly recommend. Wee bit of a snowstorm out here. We just got home and we came back to a winter wonderland. I'm glad we finished the floors before this happened. It was lovely getting a change of scenery, but there's truly no place like home. I'm happy to be back here.